Hey guys, so today we're going to be putting the finalizing touches on our beehives before they go into winter. And we're going to be putting the David Burns Winter Bee Kind on them today, and we want to walk you through how to go through that process. Now, one thing you're going to notice once we go out to the hives is that on some of our hives we have the reservoir feeders, and on some we have the feeders with the 2-quart jars, and so you'll get to see how we do this through that process. But before we go out to the hives, I wanted to walk you through how to go through installing the Winter Bee Kind onto the hive with just a normal setup with just an inner cover and a top cover. So you're just going to walk up to the hive, you're going to take the top cover off, and then you're going to take the inner cover off as well, and you're actually not going to put this back on, so don't put that back on. And then you're going to take your Winter Bee Kind with the slot towards the front is what Mr. Burns recommends, and then you'll put this on top like so, and then just put your top cover back onto the hive, and it's as simple as that. You'll go back out and you'll check on the hives every couple of weeks to make sure and see if you need to refill the candy and such. So let's go ahead and let's head out to the hives. Alright, so we're out here at the hives now. We're going to go ahead and put these Winter Bee Kinds on. So I'm going to remove these blocks here and go ahead and smoke the front of the hive real quick. We'll take this top cover off. And this top full super actually is just a feeder. And remove our jars. And I can hear them buzzing in there. They are eating it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this top feeder. I'm going to barely crack it and smoke it. And then I am going to install the Winter Bee Kind very quickly. Make sure you get the slot on the front of the hive whenever you're installing it. Line it up here. Put the top on and you're all done with that hive. Let's move on to the next one. This one we're going to take our blocks off here and be sure to install these. Put them back on the top of the hives after you get through with the Winter Bee Kind, putting it on. In case you're wondering the temperature we're putting these back onto our hives, the Winter Bee Kind, just roughly, we waited till it gets about 50 to 60 degrees on the highs, but it's going to be below freezing every night for the next week on the lows. So that's about whenever we decided to go ahead and put these on for the year. This is going to be the same process here. We're going to take these off. Crack it open. Lift it off there. The Winter Bee Kind on. Top back on. Put our blocks on as well. And now we're moving into the reservoir feeders. So pay close attention if you have one of those. It's basically going to be the same process, only I expect the bees might get a little bit more feisty with these feeders. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to take it off here and look. I do still have a fair amount of sugar water in here. And one thing about these reservoir feeders that you may have noticed, at least I've noticed this, is that it seems like there's more condensation. You can probably see it here that builds up onto the top of the hives. That seems to be something I've noticed. So let me know in the comments if you noticed that as well on these reservoir feeders that come winter. They seem to get more condensation, but that's one good thing about these Winter Bee Kinds is that they have insulation that kind of prevents that a little bit. So go ahead and pop this off, smoke it a little bit. Like I said, I expect these will be a little bit feistier on these bees. One thing, there's more bees in this hive too, so. Not propolis on here very tight. That's kind of unusual. We'll go ahead and put this on here. Once again, make sure you get that slot on the front of the hive. And put your top cover on and you're good to go. Alright, so we're finished installing the winter bee kinds, and so let me know in the comments down below what you do for this final step to get your bees ready for the winter as far as feeding them and such. Have you used these winter bee kinds before? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful if you're getting ready to install these onto your hives. So you guys have a blessed day. Thanks so much for watching the video, and we'll see you next time.